Phillips with TechPB.com. We had a request on the complete disassembly of the Halo Catch Cup. So what I'm going to do really quick is completely take apart the Halo Catch Cup all the way down to the gears, removing the motor and everything. Now, let's assume that you've gotten to this point where you've removed your catch cup, or some people call it the Raceway, that's completely out of the gun. What you want to do is go ahead and start taking off all the electrical tape that's on the gun, the electrical tape that holds on the eyes and holds the wires in place. And the next thing I usually do is go ahead and remove the drive cone, remove the two screws that hold the little feed neck, the top of the feed neck in place. Go ahead and get the eyes out of the way. Okay, that should slide right up and out of the way. Now you can remove your catch cup, your drive cone, and your spring. Now you're going to have two C-clips that you're going to have to remove. There's one on the bottom, another piece of electrical tape. So go ahead and remove the C-clip that holds on your rip drive. And then there's one more here. Usually what I like to do is just take a screwdriver or something flat. And be careful because these can spring off and shoot across the room if you're not careful. And then get yourself a small pair of needle nose pliers. You should be able to pry it out of there. Okay. That C-clip came out. Okay. Now what I like to do is go ahead and flip it upside down. And you're going to want to remove, actually go ahead and get the board out of the way while we're at it. Okay. Now we have the three screws on the bottom of the catch cup. Let's go ahead and remove those. Okay. Now carefully lift this up. That's going to expose the internals. You've got a large spur gear, a small gear. You also have the little rubber, kind of the rubber band, the drive belt. So what you can go ahead and do here is go ahead and remove the drive belt. Put that pulley aside. You can remove the pin that goes to the drive pulley, and you can also remove the spur gear and set that aside. And if you needed to also at this point, you can go ahead and remove your motor. And that is it. That is about the complete disassembly of the Halo Catch Cup. Now sometimes while you're in here, you can go ahead and lube your bearing if you need to, if it's making some noise. But putting it back together, basically go the exact opposite. First thing I would do is go ahead and put in your motor. Put it with the wire sticking out. Go ahead and put in, I'll put it in upside down. Here we go. Okay, that's the right way up. Go ahead and put in the little metal pin. Okay. Go ahead and get your drive belt ready. I would actually go ahead, put in your main spur gear in place. Go ahead and put in your drive gear. Now go ahead and take your drive belt. Now you don't want to lubricate this. If you lubricate this, it'll slip. So make sure it's free of lubrication. And go ahead and run this around the motor. There we go. You just kind of want to check it. Make sure it spins freely. Everything's good, which it looks like it is. Okay, go ahead and remove the screws. And now when you put this down, you want to make sure that this all lines up perfectly. You want to drop it straight down. Go ahead and check it again. Okay, this is installed properly. Go ahead and drop in your three medium-sized screws. Now there are some little tabs around the edge here. You want to make sure all of this is lined up. This is all seamless. There's nothing kind of tilted the wrong way. Okay. Now that we have the bottom put together and we ensured that it's all working properly, there's nothing binding, now what you want to go ahead and do is put your C-clip in place. Okay, that's in place. Now go ahead and put in your bottom cup. Put that in place. And like I showed everybody in the previous video, what I always do is take the tab that's at the bottom, put it at 12 o'clock, drop in the bottom spring to where the spring is kind of pointing off to your left. It's kind of pointing at about 11:30 and 9:30. Find your drive cone. There's a tab on your drive cone. Put your drive cone in facing at 9 o'clock. The tab facing at 9 o'clock. Press it down. Move it to 12 till it stops. Lift it up slightly. Push it back down. Check it for tension. We'll do that one more time. Okay, you put your bottom cup at 12 o'clock with the spring at 11:30 and 9:30. Find the tab on the drive cone. Take the drive cone, put it at the tab at 9 o'clock. Rotate it till it stops at 12. Lift it up. Press it back down. Check it for tension. All right, we installed that one correctly. We'll go ahead and put the screw in the top. These are machine threaded, so you want to make sure they're not cross-threaded or anything like that. You want to make sure they should screw in nice and easy. All right, that's in place. Double check it for tension. We've got tension. We've done it correctly. Okay, now on the underside, go ahead and take your rip drive, put it into place. Take your C-clip, line it up. Usually these needle nose pliers. I'm just going to press it into place. All right, that's on there. And you should know how to do it from here. Go ahead and take your little top piece here. Line it up, put it into place. You got 2 screws holding this in. It's not terribly important that these screws be used, but you might as well use them. Had a bolt fall out, or a nut fall out. There we go. Okay. Put the little screw in down at the bottom where the eyes go. That's about it for your complete disassembly. Now, basically what you're going to want to do is now go and rewrap your wires. The eye wires generally come across the left side. So you can go ahead and take those and put your eyes back in place. Okay, now when plugging into your board, you want to make sure that you see these little silver tip on your connectors. You want to make sure these are facing up. Okay. Now the left side is the eyes. The right side is your battery. And of course you want to go ahead and put your beads back in place. Now this is a really good time to check for your beads. Make sure that this little metal piece here isn't bent, that you're not missing any beads. You will get jams if you're missing any beads. Go ahead and put in your anti-jam spring. And from here you just go ahead and put it into your loader. After taping up all of the wires, make sure you want to kind of tape your wires up, make sure that there's nothing in the way that can get pinched in between the shells when you put it back together again. So that is the complete disassembly of the Halo or the Reloader catch cup.